Another record turnout is expected when Americans go to the polls for midterm elections next month. More than 2 million people have already cast ballots. Will voters embrace the status quo or choose to reverse the government's leftward shift? Mike Zhao is former director of global planning at Siemens Energy and author of the book Critical Race Theory and Woke Culture, America's Dangerous Repeat of China's Cultural Revolution. Mike, prior to immigrating to the United States in 1992, I know you experienced the Chinese communist system firsthand. Your father was persecuted during Mao's Cultural Revolution in the 1960s. So tell us about that and your family's experience.
Yeah, actually, my father endured political persecution, humiliated, tortured, and lost freedom for 6 years. But the political persecution also extended to my grandparents simply because they were the landlords before. They were deprived of the right to live in the cities, forced to relocate to mountains, a village. And my grandma passed away a few months later after a heart attack. My mom also passed away many years later, suffered all because of Cultural Revolution.
Well, tell us a little more. What did they do to you? How was that as a child growing up?
Yeah, I really endure extreme poverty, also no any political freedom, no individual freedom. So, I realized that, I did not realize that after I really come to America in 1992, I, achieved my American dream by, living in two different countries. I realized, America is the greatest nation on earth.
And you see similarities with the leftward shift of American culture and government now. Explain what is happening here in the United States that concerns you and reminds you of your experience in China under Mao.
Yeah, basically, they are launching a cultural revolution in America. Yeah, they are like a few things all coming from Karl Marx, right? In China, they use class struggle movement. Right now, they use critical race theory, racial struggle movement, label people as oppressors, oppressed, dividing people. They use the political correctness, cancel culture to silence the opposition. They use the 1619 project to rewrite American history. They top down the statue of Thomas Jefferson, George Washington. They indoctrinate American people, young children, with critical race theory. Everything they are doing is just repeat of Chinese Cultural Revolution.
Well, what do you think we need to do then as a result of this?
Yeah, we need to really cherish our America's founding principle, like protection individual rights. Parents' rights should not allow indoctrination. We should fight against any censorship and protect our freedom of speech. We should preserve America's a free market system. We also need to educate our children. Our children are very nice, but they are misled by the, radical left. We need to teach them critical thinking. Every policy, if you look at it, you should not only look at the purpose of policy, you should look at the results. Communism stating purpose was great, help the poor, but it led to over 100 million deaths worldwide and also starvation, worldwide. So we need to really teach our children. I also want our, voters to vote for Republican. We, only when Republican control the Congress, Senate, we can fight against critical race theory and woke culture in America.
And you also mentioned how you believe affirmative action actually discriminates against Asian American students. So tell us about that, and how else is the political left discriminating against Asians?
Yeah, that's primarily, actually, I have been leading Asian American nationwide, fighting against the elite, Ivy League schools discrimination. They use racial equity, affirmative action to really limit the enrollment of the Asian American children, also white Americans. So we are having a rally October 30th in front of U.S. Supreme Court, and hopefully, we can strike down the race-based affirmative action forever.
And polls have shown that Asian Americans overwhelmingly support Democrats. President Biden won Asian voters by 44% over Trump in 2020. So how likely is it that most Asians will vote Democrat in the midterm election next month?
Yeah, I want to tell you, Asian American already risen up. Example, it was Asian American in San Francisco who recalled the left, school board member, also left DA in San Francisco. Many, Asian American like me already spoken out against America's Cultural Revolution, like Xi Van Fleet in Loudoun County, Virginia, is a great example.
Okay, they're a little more conservative than most people believe, Asian Americans are. The book is Critical Race Theory and Woke Culture, America's Dangerous Repeat of China's Cultural Revolution. Mike Zhao, thanks for being with us. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.